Thanks. I'm good. I'm really happy. It's been a very exciting few years.
It has.
Yeah. And yeah, just really busy and getting ready for the Brouhaha show this Saturday.
The Aquabats, Voodoo Glow Skulls. There is the longest running craft beer fest in Southern California and the biggest one at Oak Canyon Ranch this Saturday.
Yeah, and my favorites, Aquabats and Voodoo Glow Skulls and Suburban Legends are playing, and all our hometown heroes, which I'm very excited about. But also, you know, on our home turf, I remember playing there very long time ago, big festivals and stuff. But it's really exciting. There's like 80 beer companies.
Yeah.
And there's like all this beer, and it's gonna smell like beer.
I was reading the lineup, and I was like, oh, there's all these ska bands I've never heard of before. And then I realized I was reading the beers that are going to be there. I was super confused by it for a moment. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Pilsner Lager, I should know this band. Who are they?
I always wanted to have a band and name it Free Beer.
That would have been a great name, but Save Ferris is a great name.
It is a great name.
I have a question for you. You just mentioned one of the first things, how busy you've been the last few years.
Yeah.
Was there a point in the previous 6 or 7 before that where you felt frustration or wanted to throw in the towel at all?
Well,
Because you had built up such a huge, and it's ebbs and flows, but
Yeah.
how did your brain tick in that?
well, I mean, I had 10 years off before I brought the band back in 2013. And yeah, I just honestly never thought I was going to get back on stage again, much less bring back Save Ferris. I had no idea, and then I had this crazy health issue and a diagnosis and a surgery and a promise to my dad, because he really wanted me to get back on stage. For 10 years he would ask me, and I'd be like, stop asking me, I don't think it's going to happen, because I was heartbroken after the band broke up. I just thought, I'm never going to do this again.
And that was in
It's never gonna be the same.
2003 roughly when
Yeah.
Save Ferris stopped, and you brought it back in right around 2013.
10 years later.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely hard. I was recovering from this neck surgery and you know, learning how to hold my head up literally again, and I brought the band back, and I just thought, you know what, if I'm just gonna listen to the fans, you know, are there still fans out there, and do they care? And they did, and they do, and as long as they continue to want Save Ferris, I'll continue to play.
I am so excited to watch you from afar and to see this resurgence and to see the energy that everyone knows you've had on stage in the past and bring it in such a cool way. Are there things that you know now that you wish you knew then that you apply to what's happening in Save Ferris' career and your career, Monique?
Oh my God, everything. Everything.
Like what?
Like, you know, when I turned 40, I started liking myself for the first time, which is really interesting to be this new person who's just sort of, I have this strength, the inner strength I've always wanted, and I like myself so much more, and it makes life so much easier. And I realized that, you know, when Save Ferris first started, I was like 19. I was just a baby, you know, and I had no tools, and I had no real support system, and so I just felt very alone all the time, sort of fighting my own battles without any tools. And I had 10 years to think about, you know, if I were hypothetically to bring the band back, what would I do differently this time? And I made some choices, and I feel I regret nothing. I feel I made the right choices in bringing the band back.
Right.
So,
When you see crowds of 7,000 now, 30,000 at the Santa Monica Pier, is there a different appreciation now than there was? Because there's very few bands I can ever say, I felt like I was in on them early. And I remember from the East Coast, and I think I saw you guys play Skonica at the 930 Club back in 98 maybe, or something like that. I mean, a long time ago. It's one of the biggest, one of the most amounts of trouble I ever got into for my parents, because I was underage, and I somehow, but they still call it the Save Ferris incident. So you're like legendary in my household, which is remarkable. But now, as you said, you weren't sure if the fans would be there. Now you look, and there's not only some fans, it's not like some hardcore fans. There's people potentially finding you for the first time, but also there's people that are a huge audience there. Is there a different appreciation of them?
absolutely. I've been given a gift, and I do not take that for granted. To be my age, to be doing what I do, and to be appreciated by the people that I do it for, you know. I do not take one moment of it for granted, I swear. And I try and just be very, very present.
You talked about when you turned 40, starting to like yourself for the very first time. I'm so sorry it took that long for you.
I know.
Do you feel any sort of validation right now that all that work that you put in, those 2 albums you did and all the touring and meeting and greeting fans before the internet and all that, and now everyone's coming?
Yeah.
Is there a validation feeling, or is just like, oh, okay, that's cool?
You know, there's a total validation feeling. I mean, I try not to pull too much validation from the fans. I try and pull, I mean, they're my customers, so I want them to leave happy, of course, but validation, you know, as to whether or not I feel good about myself today, I try not to pull too much of that from the fans, because so, you know, it may go away someday, who knows, and then I'm stuck not knowing who I am anymore. But yeah, you know, I've worked really, really hard to bring the band back, and I've made mistakes, and you know, it's definitely, there's been a learning curve, and you know, at my age, or where I'm at now, emotionally, I just try and make it right with everybody, and you can't make everybody happy.
Right.
I get that now.
On
but
our
that
show,
was
we make no one happy ever. That's,
You know-
that's our problem.
I think I could actually be good friends with you guys.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so too.
I don't know if my mom would have it. She's still upset about the Save Ferris incident. In all seriousness, though, ska is having a bit of a resurgence right now in Orange County, too, of all
Yeah.
places. So the timing couldn't be better if you think about it. What drink do you believe will pair best? Because this week, you know, people are going to be enjoying beverages with your band. What drink would you pair best with some Save Ferris at the Brouhaha?
Well, there is a ska beer, and I know little about it except that it's a ska beer. I don't know if they will be represented this weekend, but that would be the drink that I would pair.
The correct answer is any drink. That's the
Any
correct
drink
Any
goes great.
You got that wrong.
But you would be the coolest looking person if you were holding the ska beer while you're watching the Save Ferris.
Spilling it all over yourself when you try to skank.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, hilarious. And it's funny because, you know, at these events, when people, you know, I like to get the audience very involved and everybody clap, but everyone's holding a beer. So it's like I have to change the whole show around that now. It's like, get a beer, drink the beer, and, you know, instead just sing along, you know.
They should have an Uber service of someone that just holds the beer, and so you have your hands free for clapping.
Right, you can be dancing, you can
Right.
mushing around
Someone else
nicely.
can just
Oh my God, I
pour it in your
love
mouth.
it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
It's
listen.
so good.
One of my many horrible ideas that'll never go anywhere.
It's a cool idea. Monique, can I throw some song titles out and you just tell me what comes to mind?
Okay.
Goodbye.
Oh, I never want to see you again.
Yes.
That's what came to mind.
Okay. And the world is new.
Tara Lipinski, remember that skater?
Yes.
She did like her first professional skate after she won the like Olympic medals to The World Is New.
Wow.
And that was definitely
How
one of my
cool.
proudest moments.
You did Come On Eileen. Looking back, why did that song end up on the Save Ferris radar? A song, of course, rules, but why for you in particular?
Well, for me, I think just the arrangement of the song is really special. And yeah, it has a lot of dynamics to it. And obviously the song's very hooky, but I think the arrangements are pretty rad. Save Ferris, like, we do pretty rad arrangements of cover songs. I don't like them sounding like the originals at all, and so we do Dead Kennedy's song. I can't say the name of it on the air, but the arrangement's pretty rad for that too.
And you did the Waitresses song.
Oh yeah, that was a Christmas,
Right.
KROQ Christmas thing.
Yes!
That was so cute.
I loved your take on that.
Thanks. Yeah, I rewrote the words so it was all Jewy.
You're sitting with two right here.
I figured since you almost got
Right.
kicked out of your house
Kicked
for
out.
going to
Go to Skonica.
Skonica.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
who does that? Like, what parent is like, You're being punished for trying to hang out with a bunch of Jewish kids
Yeah.
at a ska show. At a ska show.
It's a very, very dangerous crowd, let me say. Very dangerous crowd.
I love 930 Club. Was that
Oh.
the old or the?
That was it must have been the old, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I love playing there.
It was good times.
Yeah, really good times.
Can you refresh my memory on a couple of things?
Mm-hmm.
Take me back to like 93 or 94.
Mm-hmm.
Who found you, or what was the break? What was the show? Was it a showcase where things got you guys rolling?
You know, there's a couple things that stand out when I think about that. Obviously, you know, Tazy Phillips has been like, he was like a college radio guy who was really into ska, and he's always really supported the Orange County scene. But then from there, Rodney.
Oh, yeah.
Bingheimer,
I may be too early. It's like 96 more, right? Or 95? Or was I...
probably 95.
95,
yeah.
okay.
And Rodney really, he just started playing us on his show regularly, and the response was really great. People were calling in and stuff, and then we won this, the Naris Foundation, the people who put on the Grammy Awards every year, did like a new band, like unsigned band thing, and it was nationwide, and we kept winning, and the next thing we knew, we were being flown to New York, and we were competing against a couple other national bands, and we won. And the judge was David Massey, who's A&R. At the time, he was head of A&R for Epic Records, I think. And yeah, he signed us that week to Epic New York, and that was like it. I think that we were maybe the only band from our little scene. Obviously, Sublime and No Doubt preceded us and, you know, made it huge, but we're the only band from our little part of the scene that actually got signed to a major, which was really interesting. And then I heard us on KROQ for the first time soon after that, and I was like, this is it. I pulled over my 89 Camaro.
Yeah, you had an 89 Camaro! Whoa!
Yeah, I
No need
lived in
to
it
brag.
for a little
No need
while
to
too.
brag, all right?
Didn't
Yeah.
you live in it for a minute?
I did. I lived in it for a minute, and yeah, it's not great. The back seat, just no, it's not comfortable. But anyway, so yeah, I pulled over my '89 Camaro, and I was like, we made it. And that's great.
And then there was an EP within the last couple years.
Yeah.
Is there? What's the plan? What's your plan? Do you need to make a ton of new songs, or what do you want to do?
I've been working on a full-length record for far too long, but basically I had to take a little break because I started losing my mind a little bit, but I'm kind of back on track, and I'm working with like a bunch of people from other bands on this new record because I really like to collaborate. And Chris Dowd from Fishbone, he and I are working on a bunch of stuff, and
Nice.
and I had the concept for the album. I've spent a few years conceptualizing, and it's gonna be really fun. If it comes out how I want it to come out, it's gonna be really fun.
You have a lot of people in your corner.
Yeah,
I
thank
hope you know that. A lot of people
Thank
rooting
you.
for you that you may not even know been rooting for you for so long.
Oh
I
my
should
Especially
mention-
people in this room.
Oh
We,
my
I don't
gosh.
think there's been a Friday since I've been here, which has been over a year, that we have not gotten multiple Save Ferris requests during the Friday free-for-all. So
Yes.
that's when the audience picks the music, and I'm the one who's kind of, my job's go through the thousands of text messages we get. It's weekly. I don't think we've skipped a week. There's just certain ones that just come through regularly, and I'm always like,
Wow.
Save Ferris.
if it's not you, you got a lot of people out there. Because I look at the area code, a lot of 714s, but they're coming in from all over Southern California. So
Thank you.
if you ever doubted that your support system is in place, doubt no more.
Thank you so much. I really need that. I do appreciate that. It was not easy coming back and making some difficult choices, and I did not have the support that I thought I would from my hometown press and things like that. But people have come around, and I mean the fans were always there. The fans were like, eh, and then we sell out shows and
Yeah.
sold out the Pacific Amphitheater, and like, you know, but people are coming around.
Congratulations. You deserve it. You earn it. You are so magnetic in person, on stage, all of it. So continued success, Monique Powell.
Thank you so much.
We are here for you
I can't believe
anytime.
I'm sitting here with you right now because it's so long.
I feel the same. It's been a very long time.
It's too long.
OC Brouhaha Fest is this weekend. Save Ferris, the Aquabats, Voodoo Glow Skulls, and more. You can get tickets. It is Saturday at Oak Canyon Ranch. For Monique Powell, that's Klein. I'm Stryker on the world famous KROQ. Say rock.
Rock.
Rock. Hey, Rock. You got it.
Well, you blew it at the